Apple pie.
My favorite.
2 big cups of flour. In other words, we don't have to level it off. Just shake it off. Okay. And I bought this. And I do put a little salt in there. I don't know.
This is how this looks. Creamery. Grammy, isn't this the stuff where we put water in?
Yes, I do. I need a quarter of a cup of water. If you get a quarter of a cup, it's right there.
How much
I
was
just
that?
put about a teaspoon of salt. All right, you put water in there.
Thank you, Dad.
And then we put it in this cup.
Please don't fail me.
You know what I'll do, honey? I'll bring the cup over so that... Okay, toss it in. Good girl.
Put a quarter of a cup in and then put that in so it's easier to get up.
Okay.
I thought this one had trans fat, but it didn't. I bought a new container and I didn't need it.
So there's already a quarter cup of water in there, right?
There's a quarter of a cup. What I want is about 3/4 of a cup, and then I always put another tablespoon.
Bless
God bless
you.
you.
Bless you, Kate. It's just Crisco.
Yeah. When it's got the 3/4 of a cup, the water comes kind of to the surface. Ooh. See? Can you see the water coming?
Yep, it's coming up. See, if you actually
All right, now just a minute. All right.
push like
What?
down on it, the water comes
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
All right. You may do this. Go around here and try to not get much water in there.
Okay, so the water is just
Good job,
to keep
Kate.
it from sticking then.
Thank you.
Actually, no, it's to help it rise. Cause it, like,
So Grammy, is the water going in there or no?
No, not yet. No, I'm going to have Meg I'll show you how you... Good. Good. You know why we do that? We do that so that it doesn't stick in the bottom of the pan. All right, here's what we need to do with this.
So what did she just put in there? Water?
Teaspoon of water.
I put a tablespoon.
Tablespoon, sorry.
Tablespoon.
But that's arbitrary. It's just... Okay, see this? Some people have a pastry cutter, which I don't. So you have to keep kind of breaking that up a little bit, and I'll start the apples.
Alright, so Grammy, what kind of apples?
These are Granny Smith apples. There were there weren't any bags of apples. There weren't any Macintosh apples. I like Macintosh for pie, but the Granny Smith make nice pie.
Okay. So either Macintosh or Granny Smith?
I would buy Macintosh if they were available, and they will be pretty soon.
like, no worries.
When you, these pieces of shortening get coated with flour and all right, now you can put the water in. All right, and stir it around with the knife for a minute or two, and then I may have to put my hands in there. And
Sometimes people use spoons to do it. But here, we use
We're looking for.
my apple peeler, I just had it.
Wait, you're pulling to
Oh,
it.
thanks.
Okay, so we have 6 apples?
Well,
Or-
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to use all 6 anyway. Actually, if they had been a bag, I would have bought a bag and I might have used 8, but the 6 will be enough. The brownies smell good.
Yes.
We may not. No, I think it's gonna. If you wash your hands, you can feel what this is supposed to feel like. See, you're able to hold it in your hand.
Hey, this feels pretty cool.
Okay, put it back in there. And you can mix it around a little bit more yourself. And I'll get the pastry cloth.
Okay, excuse me.
If you put too much...
Crisco or flour.
If you
or
put too much Crisco, you'd be okay. It'd just be what they'd call short. It's good. If you put too much flour, it's hard to roll out. If you don't put enough flour,
Okay.
it's...
Very, very sticky.
All right, well, let's get the cloth. See if you can divide that into halves. Divide it in half. In other words,
So what kind of cloth is this? Sorry.
oh, this is a pastry cloth.
Okay.
And actually, you could make your own if you have muslin, but most
Alright,
of muslin
here's half and
I have is too lightweight. All right, may I have one? Let's see, you didn't, wait a minute, put it down. One is bigger than the other. Let me just take about this much. That should be okay. All right, you can roll this a little bit if you want.
Okay.
And if it gets so that it sticks, just try a little bit more flour. My mother used to pick up the pie dough and walk across the room and talk to me while she was going. It would be all over the place if I tried it. Let's see. Yeah. Make it a speck bigger.
So what's that about? Half to 3/4 an inch bigger than the pot plate,
Well,
give or take.
yeah. This is what I always used to leave for the kids to play with.
Sure. We would always pick it up and start playing with it.
And you're pushing it into the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
mold it
and
to the
then
dish.
you put these on.
Here's what, honey. Take. Wait a minute.
Little tear.
See, you can patch this dough much better than you can pizza dough. Let me push this down, put it down this end, and you can come on down here. And then gently, kind of, shape it and see how that's away from the sides, but gently.
The musical accompaniment is Kate on the organ.
There we go.
Okay, let that rest. You can come and do this, and I'll get another apple done and then roll. My hands are slippery from the... is strong enough to do these apples, but we can check.
Why these apples are really strong?
These are what we call firm.
So Meg is peeling the last apple. Right, Meg?
But not really that good at peeling.
You'll be fine.
No, well, if it's too hard, I'll do the last one. That's probably big enough.
So Tom, what are you doing?
Coring the apples.
Okay.
Do you want the apples somewhere? Or?
Right in the bowl. If you see sweets, don't put put the seed in.
Gotcha, boss.
What are you doing now, Jan?
I'm getting ready to put the crust on. When the apples are done, I'll...
So how much of milk is that?
Oh, no. This is just to seal it up and to make the crust brown.
Okay.
Now, if the apples were not sour enough, I would add a little lemon juice.
They sour enough?
I would say so. I'll put a little lemon juice, just for a little. Quarters of a cup of sugar,
3/4 of a cup of sugar.
about. And just throw it right on the apples. Okay, and then we need a teaspoon of cinnamon.
A teaspoon of what?
Cinnamon.
Okay.
Mom?
Is it clean?
I don't know.
Dry? I don't know. Powder and had the vanilla.
Yeah.
All right, if you want to get a spoon, you can mix that around just a little bit.
Hey, May, can I see what you do?
What you're just really doing is taking it and trying to get all the cinnamon and sugar on all the apples.
Brownies are coming out.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, we'll put those into the pie crust. Too small.
I don't know how you could have fit another 2 apples in there, Mom.
I know. Well, it depends on the apples too.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying.
These were big apples. Like, see, some of these are almost bigger than, but they'll go.
Do you want them cut in half?
No, we'll let them go. What I'm trying to do is arrange it so when I put the pie crust on, it won't break. That's why I'm putting these around and... Okay. Now, it says about a tablespoon of butter, but I don't measure, I just...
Put it on.
Now, this is what I use the dough for.
Oh yeah. doing this. Hi. Missy, Missy, yesy.
It helps seal the crust. And then I put it on the top too. My mother used to put cream right in the pie. You know those creams that you get in for coffee at the restaurants? I put the paper under there so when this drips off, most of it goes on the paper. I better do this, honey, okay? When you learn a little more, you can. Do you ever see them when the man makes the pies? He holds the pie plate in his hand and he skims it around and he gets the crust. Guess we got it all.
There's holes over
Yeah, that's
here.
all right. Patch it up. Okay, you don't want to make it too thick. There we go. Some people do this with a fork. Sometimes when you buy pies, you see, wait a minute, honey, let's roll out a little piece and we can put it on here. This is too thick. Roll out a piece with the rolling pin and we'll put it on there. Good. Okay, go ahead, put it over that apple that's poking out. Here.
It's enough for me. You don't have to keep on pouring it on.
It's all right. That's what gives it that nice brown color when it bakes. Okay, I have one more thing to do.
Oh yeah!
Do you know what it is?
You cut stuff in the.
Poke it with the knife. Go ahead and do it if you want. Be gentle, but
Do you know what this is forming?
So that.
kind of straight. Try to avoid an apple so that you're. Here, wait a minute. Let me show you once. Do you know why you do that?
So that
Okay, don't put them too close together. That's so that the steam can come out. Okay, now go around in a circle. That's it. Yeah? Okay, now to the other side. Okay.
oh, and one in the middle. There.
Okay.
You need to hold it the smoke and stuff can rise out.
That's right.
It doesn't burn the pie.
All right, so this
Okay,
the
I
oven's
started
steamed.
this at 450.
450.
I'm gonna leave it
Okay.
for 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn it to 350.
Okay. 450 for 15 minutes, then 350.
For how long?
Oh, 30 minutes or so, I'll just check.
Did you preheat it already to
Yeah.
450?
It may not be quite as hot as it's supposed to be, but it was already hot from the
Brownies.
butterscotch brownies.
Yeah. And now we wait. How do you test that? Poke it with a knife.
Yeah. I think they need to be a little bit more. Some people like the apples firm. I
like 'em
prefer mine
soft.
to be a little bit soft, so
Yeah.
they still may not be soft, but do it another 5 and see what happens.
Did you leave the temperature at 350?
Well, this is just me. I'm just.
Okay, but we're gonna try and replicate yours. So what are you putting it up to?
Well, I
375?
turned it just to see if, but it depends on the apples.
What temperature you put it at?
I put it 375 for
five
about
more
5 or
minutes.
6 minutes.
Buzzer this one off.
I think I'm going to take it out anyway,
Okay.
because I know it is cooked, but. Put it away. And if the apples, if it's not cooked, the next time I use these apples, we'll cook it a little longer.
Okay.
This was cooked almost an hour. All right, it was an hour.
Did you test the apples, or are you just gonna say that's it?
It's what?
Are you gonna test the apples, or are you just gonna sit there and say that's it?
I did test them before. I
I
can
know.
test them again, if you want me to.
Mom,
Yeah.
Caitlin is being so
Okay.
evil.
They're still firm, but they're... I don't know if you want them, you think you want them softer?
I like them soft.
Well, I'll leave it in for a while.
But do you worry about the top getting more well done, or?
I don't think so. I'll look at it here and there, but to prevent it from getting too well done, if you think it is, sometimes you can just put aluminum foil over it. But I won't do that now.
Okay. So how much longer did you do?
I'll try 10.
Okay. And still at, are we at 375 now, or?
I put it at 375.
Okay. Again,
Yeah, I put it in again.
for 5 more minutes?
I think it was 5. I
Tom just said it was about 5 minutes ago that you said that, so. So what was that total? An hour and 15?
Yeah.
Gotta have a little juice because there's some on the bottom of the oven. Yeah, it's nice and soft.